This is Madison 999, Bruce B. I don't know what happened to the light, but that's going to be how this video is going to be. First of all, I do not represent any ride-sharing company, Uber, Lyft, or anybody. Excuse me, or anybody else. I don't represent any. Right, I represent myself only. It's my opinions, my experiences, my take on things. Um, that's it. Okay? They didn't hire me. I don't work with them. They sponsored me. Nothing. Okay? So, uh, yeah, I want to tell you about uh, one-star story. This is Uber, driving for Uber. And this is like in the first few days I even started, right? So, this young lady, who probably was too young to be doing what he was doing, uh, you know, had me pick her up. I picked her up at a hotel. But the pickup spot on the app was not precise as to where she was. Okay? So I was driving around looking for her. Where did I pick her up? Right? Driving around a small block. Drove around a couple times. You know, I talked to her, and she kept saying, "It's in the blah 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 hotel." And I was like, "I don't know this fucking hotel is, right? Blah 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 hotel." Okay, you're at the hotel, right? Okay, thank you. So finally, after this 2.5 times going around looking, I looked, as I was driving, I looked up and I could barely see the name of this hotel. It was a hotel, but it was set back, right? I said, oh. So I drove in, and there's a big old truck in front of me. So, you know how you drive in these hotels, because now I know they all got these little loops. You can pick people up. So I drove in, and there was a truck sitting there. She's standing like right about a foot behind the truck. And I drove, it was kind of raining outside, right? She's just standing there. And I'm like, get your ass over here, right? What is she doing? She's standing there like she thought I was a fucking chauffeur. I'm like, no, this is Uber. This is an Uber ride, okay? You might pay me $4, $4.75 or something. What are you doing? This ain't no chauffeur, sir. I'm sure a lot of Uber drivers jump out, but it was inconvenient to do so, okay? She needed to just get in the car. The way the whole thing was constructed, and with the big truck sitting there, and there's cars coming behind me, it don't make no damn sense. And there was nowhere for me to pull up. But she sat there like she thought she was some kind of damn princess, And I was like, get your ass in the damn car. So then she stomps over. She stomps over to the car, finally. It was like a stare down or something, Stare down. You're going to. So she gets in the car and she's like, sitting in the back seat all bratty and shit, I was like, oh shit. At the time, now I know I would have just canceled the ride. I didn't know that at that time. I didn't know nothing. Because she was about to hand me a one, right? Already. She was pissed off because I didn't know where the hotel was. Even though she dropped the point, on the other, actually the backside of the block. She's pissed off because I didn't get out the car and go open the door for her like a damn chauffeur slash doorman slash butler, she's sitting back there, in her little princess dress, with daddy's little princess dress, right? She's sitting back there, pouting the whole trip. And then at one point, she needed a reason to give me a one, so we were going um, towards her exit, and she didn't want to get off at that exit. She didn't think it was right to get off at that exit. She thought that was the wrong way to go. You need to go the other way. You need to go straight. You need to go straight. She kept saying that. I was like, she kept whining it and whining it and whining it. And I was like, we don't need to go that way. We don't, right? So she kept whining it so much. I said, well, F it. I'm just going to go do it, right? And so as we're driving, and we get to a point where the exit, where it shows that the exit, that I was right. It shows that the exit was where I was supposed to go, okay? And I pointed at her, I said, see what I'm saying? She probably pissed her off more, right? See what I'm saying? It's right there. So after that, she just shut up the whole trip, and she was back there patting. I drove her to her, I finally got to her place, and she lives in an okay place, it wasn't no Trump mansions, all right? It wasn't even an estate, it wasn't even, it was a decent neighborhood, right? I let her off, and I was like, and she sat there, and just sat in the car. I was like, what are you sitting in the car for? What do you want, right? And I turned around and said, do you want me to open the door for you? Is that what you want? I'll open it for myself. I don't need you. I was like, oh, I should have canceled that damn trip. She gets out, she slams the door, she puffs. I don't know what she thought Uber was. Or maybe she was just high and drunk. She looked like she was pretending to be older than she was, actually. She's coming out of a hotel by herself, going back to daddy's house. I don't know, but something looked off about that. She got a prom dress on. Oh, that's how she was dressed. Like she had a prom dress on, and a little nasty attitude. Yeah. So the little juvenile delinquent. Later on, I find, there's a 1. There's a 1. She gave me a 1. I don't know. I don't think I would give a person a 1 because of that. Maybe I'm more forgiving because when I was a rider, the drivers couldn't find me. The place that I stood, and I experimented with different places to see if I can get a place where it wouldn't be no problem. But the area was just bad, as far as the GPS was concerned. It didn't know nothing. The GPS didn't know that area at all. So it would have them doing U-turns where it was not necessary, and having them driving past my spot to the other side of the street. All kinds of crazy. Oh, I'm standing on the street, but it says go into this McDonald's. It's like, no, you don't have to go into the McDonald's. I'm over here. I see them coming down the street, and then they turn and go into the lot so that they can get to the gas station or the McDonald's or whatever. I'm like, that's not where I am. Uber, it's not them. It's the mapping software. But the average person, rider, don't know that. They think, oh, that Uber driver's dumb. It's like, no, nobody's that stupid. We are following the blue line, okay? And a lot of times, if you have a preferential way to go, I could care less, okay? But don't argue it. Just tell me, okay? Don't tell me, this way is, what are you doing? This way is better, Just tell me, yeah, I'd rather go this way. Oh, okay, fine, whatever. And don't talk to people like they're stupid. But I just want to share with you that story about that girl. That girl, I had to call in on her, report her. I had to report her. I felt at the time that I could report her. I did. Whether I had any valid thing to report or not is another, uh, another case. But I felt that I needed to say something about her, nasty attitude. She didn't cuss me out or nothing. But starting to fight with me about an exit or which way to go, that's not safe. I mean, it's all right to say something, but she was back there having, no, that's right. You gotta know, and then she was wrong, okay? And she gave me the wrong place to pick her up, and then got mad because I couldn't find her. So I was like, I'll be one less Uber driver that you got to worry about picking you up. You better hope I'm not the only one in the area, okay? Because that was just creepy and nasty. So I hope you like my little story. And the moral of the story is, don't be an ass in the Uber car. Don't abuse us with your little ones. That's a whole nother subject. Talk to you about that later. Peace in your